could be arguing and one of them could say, yeah, because you need to be at home taking care of your baby. They be missing you and you be out at the club shaking your behind. And then the other person will say something like, you talk about my child? You talk about my child? You're talking about my child? Oh, I'm finna beat you up. And they will go around and they will tell everybody that you were sitting up there talking about their child. And these people will never tell them exactly what that person said. They'll never say, yeah, they told me I be at the club and I be shaking my behind and I need to be at home, take care of my child. They not going to say that. They not going to say that, especially if they talking to people that know they be at the club and don't be being a mom. They not going to tell them exactly what they said. They going to word it just like this. I had to beat up so-and-so because they was talking about my child. No, babes, they was talking about you, and they was talking about your parenting, and they was talking about how you're somewhere arguing and going back and forth when you need to be fighting them teachers at your kid's school. That's what they were talking about. The reason people deem this type of rebuttals as off limits because it hits hard, and it's embarrassing to be arguing with another grown person, especially in front of a group of people. And that person is clocking how you are going harder for a man or harder for something that doesn't mean you anything than you are going for your child. That is embarrassing. And a lot of parents, especially toxic ones, they cannot swallow that pill. So what they'll do is they will try to make it seem as though you were talking about their innocent child. Now, I do believe jokes about children should be off limits. So do not take this video and think that I'm saying it's okay to be talking about kids saying they're the R word and they're ugly. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying that if that person didn't specifically say something about that child, but they are talking about how that parent that they're arguing with is neglecting that child, I love that. I love that because that parent be so befuddled and dysregulated when you bring that up. Especially when they feel like it's a safe space for them to be a deadbeat. Because a lot of these parents be leaving their kids at home and they go over to their friend's house or their man's house and they sit up and they think it's a safe space. So the fact that you get your T clock for being a bad parent in a space that you thought that was going to be okay and go under the radar,